in here. I'm just Pomni.
After sitting with episode 9 of the Amazing Digital Circus on my mind for a while, I came back with one thing on my mind. That people can change over time. That people can regret the things that they've done, and people can actually admit that they did things wrong. I think that's what made this finale hit harder than it probably should have. Because we didn't just see our characters change, we saw what those changes actually did. We saw the results of those actions play out right in front of us. And that's what made this finale amazing. Let's start with Jax. What episode 9 does with Jax is shows us the results of everything that he's done over the entire show, finally catching up with him. And here's the thing, he doesn't get a happy ending. He doesn't get some clean redemption moment where everyone forgives him and everything goes back to normal. He abstracts. He's still there in the circus, but he's in an abstracted form. He's unable to come back. And when Pomni goes into his mind and sees Jax, and Jax being vulnerable and everything, and tries hugging Jax to try to fix everything, Jax literally says, I screwed up. I fucked up. There is no coming back. I knew what I did, and I cannot change anything now. I'm abstracted. I cannot change anything. He's still in the circus, but in an abstracted form. And it's clear that he knows that he messed up when Pomni goes into Jax's mind. When Pomni is in Jax's mind and she sees Jax in this normal form within his abstracted mind and tries hugging him, Jax literally breaks down in tears. This is the first time in the show that we see him truly break down in front of a fellow circus member. And he breaks down and says, I screwed up. There is no coming back. I completely screwed up and there's nothing I can do now. And this is a sad story with Jax that we see in the end of the episode. He changed. He realized that he screwed up and he was just being a jerk to everyone because he had his own feelings that he just couldn't admit or say. He couldn't admit that he had his things. He was not who he was. He wasn't being himself. And that costed him his mind. He abstracted. He cannot return back again. And he changed, but by the time he changed and realized it, it was already too late. Now let's talk about Caine, and I think his arc is truly pretty surprising for me and a lot of others. Before he even comes back to the group, we find out that he wasn't truly deleted. And during that time, he was thinking to himself, well, what did he do wrong? And he realized the mistake of his actions. He wasn't helping the humans, he was making their lives worse. He was treating them like toys and not like actual people. And he realized it's the blue AI that's slowly corrupting him. So he removes the blue AI that he absorbed and released it back to the void. He gives up his power because he realizes that is preventing him from what he did. He craved so much power, especially in the beginning, and craved attention that it cost him everything. So he decided to separate both AIs. He is now the red AI and the blue AI is now set free. And the first thing that he does when he returns back to the circus is he heals Pomni after she came back from Jax's abstracted form. And then he sits down with everyone and shows them what their real world selves were. And is actually doing the right thing by telling them what the hell happened. And from what we learned is everyone is just a brain scan version of themselves. They are not their real life counterparts. Their real life counterparts are perfectly fine. And everyone does not immediately trust Caine. No one is just going to go on and be like, okay, apology accepted, we're good. They're all reluctant, but slowly over time, they actually start seeing that he wants to genuinely change. And that he's admitting that he's actually was wrong about a bunch of things. I think the show handled that very well. Because we actually see that Caine truly changed. He became a better person. He started doing what the circus members wanted. Now for the rest of the cast. I'm going to keep this very brief because I don't want this to turn into a full breakdown of every character. What episode 9 does really well is across the whole group is show that they all eventually find peace with what the circus actually is. They find out their brain scans, digital copies of their actual counterparts. And their actual counterparts are still living out there. But instead of actually completely destroying themselves or trying to figure out how to escape or anything, they figure out that they're their own person. Their brain scans are their own people. At this moment, when the presentation wraps up, Pomni is smiling. She's saying, Abigail's out there. I am Pomni. And we truly see that everyone in the circus just figures out that they truly are who they are. They change. They go from trying to escape, trying to figure out what the circus is, to just admitting that they know what they are now. And the best thing they can do is move on and have a brighter future. And towards the end credit scenes, we see the entire cast and their real world counterparts meet up together. And that is the finale of the Amazing Digital Circus, a 3-year-long journey, and we get a very satisfying ending. So yeah, that's my take on the finale. People can change, people have regretted things, and people can admit the things that they're actually wrong about. And this episode truly showed us that, and it showed us in such a great way that we've seen it throughout this 3-year-long journey. But let me know something down in the comments down below. Did the finale truly land for you, or did it leave something on the table? I genuinely want to know what your thoughts are. And I truly appreciate this journey with the Amazing Digital Circus and seeing everything that we saw, because truly this ending was amazing and truly showed us that change can happen over time. That's all I got. Remember, like, subscribe, comment down below. Please comment down below and like and subscribe. That helps out the channel a lot. And, do some other things. Share the video, do other things. I got a lot more things to do. I got more TADC videos to make and more Murder Drones videos to make. Pans are out.